Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Stylish Hidden Treasures. My name is Mary, and I'm a full-time reseller on both eBay and Poshmark. So today is going to be a quick video on how to create your own template. Many of us will agree that one of the least things that we enjoy doing is creating listings and listing in general. So anytime you can create a more streamlined process, a quicker process, is key, especially when it comes to being a reseller. So we're going to go ahead and hop in to my store, and I'm going to kind of show you how to create this, which might be an easier option for some people. Okay, so we're at my store, Stylish Hidden Treasures. As you can see, I have a variety of different things that I have listed. I have about 4,100 items. In order for me to get, or actually 4,209 to be exact, but for me to get to that amount of listings, I had to create some pretty good processes in order to list quickly, accurately. And as we all know, that time is money. So anytime you can free up time to do one task and do another is very smart thinking. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing you would do is go to my eBay and go to selling. If you've watched my first video, it showed us how to create a listing. Now this is going to show us how to create a template. So it shouldn't be hard, it shouldn't be long. Just something quickly to show you an option for your store. So the first thing you do is go to your seller hub. Once you get to your seller hub, you go to create a listing. And then traditionally you could start here, or you could do sell similar. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and create a listing. So you go down to where it says your templates, and you click on the arrow, and we're going to create a new template. As you can see, I've created a few here over the years. They do come in handy when, say, you're going to list 20 of the same thing today. Instead of typing in every additional description, every additional business policy, shipping policy, condition, if it's already inputted and you've already typed it, then you cannot have to, spend time typing extra information. So let's go ahead first and go to create new template. And you could create up to 50 templates. So you can have one for children's, you can have one for women's dresses, you can have men's jackets. I mean, you could literally create whatever template you'd like. So in this case, what I would suggest you do is when you first start off making a template, make it super easy. So this is going to be for children's clothing. We're just simply going to call the template name children's clothing. Super easy. Actually, let's make it even more. Let's say children's boys clothing. Make it a little bit more accurate. I wouldn't suggest ever adding photos unless you're selling literally a whole bunch of the same thing all the time, because those photos are going to vary, right? So then for your item title, I would put children. Let's see. In this case, let's do this. Let's list this children's place little boy's vest, okay? And then we're going to list that under the children's policy for boys. So children's place sweater vest. It's ivory. It has graphic print. It's cotton. Okay. I wouldn't get too descriptive on these titles because you can use this template for multiple different ones. And just about everything you're going to list is going to be a little different. So you don't want to put a whole bunch as if you're just creating a normal title, because it's not going to really apply to everything. So down here, you want to always make sure your item category is correct. So in this case, it would be little boy sweaters. Then you want to make sure your store category is correct, because that's always pretty much going to be the same under this template. Then you could put your brand and things like that in if you choose to. But in this case, we're going to put, it's a sweater. Well, it's a pullover. We're going to put department boys. This template's going to be for maybe all your boys' clothing is 24 months. It's a sweater, blended. You know, you don't have to put all of the stuff in because, like I said, we're creating a template. We're not necessarily creating a listing. And then item condition, I would put pre-owned. Condition, freshly cleaned, and from a smoke-free home. Condition spelled wrong. Okay, and then for your description, what I would do is just simply put what you were putting in the title up here. So scroll back up, copy this, scroll back down, and put it under your description. Children's place, sweater vest, ivory, graphic print, cotton, and then you could put maybe the chest and then total length. So here's the thing. Now, you may tomorrow decide that you're going to list a little boy's polo shirt. It's not a sweater. You can always tweak this listing, but some of the same things may apply. So it may be cotton. You may need the measurements. You can always, you know, put Gap or whatever brand it is. Okay, and then say all of your little boys' clothing is $14.99. Maybe your shipping policy, in this case, I would put my bra, panty, and socks policy because it's $4.56. It's not going to really be any more than that because it's so light. It's a little baby item. And then you would have whatever your policies and payment things are here, and you would press save. Then once you press save, done. Okay, so you created it, as you can see right here. Now you can edit it, you can delete it if you decide one day you don't like it anymore. You can copy it and make a slightly different one. So say in this case you wanted to make another policy, but you wanted it to be children's boys clothing coats or something like that. Well, you could copy this template and then create all the same information that you just used in this template again, and it'll copy everything. So you can do that. So in this case, we're going to create a listing. Now this is going back to a scratch. Now you can go ahead and put in whatever you want to put in here. In this case, let's just put this out and say we decided we're going to sell the Gap shirt. So we're going to take this out. And say maybe it's not ivory, maybe it's red, maybe it is not graphic print, maybe it's striped, it is cotton, and then you can put whatever else you want for your title. And it's not sweaters, now it's a polo. And all of this other stuff maybe will stay the same. So the same store category, you would then fill in Gap, and it's red and it's regular. We ended up putting it in men's. Oops. So let's put boys polo. And since this is baby, let's go under here. So apologies on that. Always make sure your item's in the right category. You definitely want it to be seen. So it's in the right category. Tops and shirts for baby and toddler clothing. It's in the right store category. And then you would put Gap, red, boys, 24 months, polo, and then you can fill out all this stuff down here. Now look, this is already inputted, so you don't have to type that. All of this, you would just have to just tweak it to what you need it to say. So polo, red, and then you would maybe, you know, get rid of the crap that you don't need, and then put your, maybe your chest and your total length is the same measurement as the last one, and you wouldn't have to put that. Once you get a flow going, this would actually go really fast when it comes to listing. And then it's the same price, it's the same shipping policy. and then say all that's still the same, and then you would literally press list it. You're done. Now there's we're going to go ahead and save it because obviously I don't want to list this. It has no pictures and it's not an accurate um, uh, listing. But you know, you could do a lot of different things on this. You could resume and then you could delete it. You could copy this, like say you wanted to make, like for an example, click on this, create copy, and say we had literally 10 Gap polo shirts. But even they didn't have to be Gap. Maybe they were any type of brand, but they were all polo. They would be in the same category. They're maybe same color, you know, just some type of similarity. You would press OK, and then look now what happens. Now you have 10 Gap templates. Well, it's not really a template, drafts, let's put it that way. And it was all based off of the template you created. Now you could open up all of these and press resume. And then you could literally go through all of these and tweak it to what you wanted it to say. You could do it as a whole. It would be super, super easy. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do. You could go over here and tweak the price from here. So you don't want this particular one to be $14.99. You want it to be $17.99. You could go on over, maybe item specifics. You wanted to add something different on this one. I mean, you could do, like, say this one was blue. Okay, there you go. So that one's blue. I mean, there's a variety of different things you can do once you create your listings and you create your templates. And now we're going to press save for later. Or you could have literally went through all of your listings and then you could have just simply pushed them live, and that would have been super easy. So let's go here, delete that one. So now you can see all the ones you just created. So there you go. They're all here. And, you know, most of us will list in bulk. Like, for example, today, I'm going to list a whole bunch of fall hats. So I grabbed 10, 15, 20 hats, and I could easily create a template. I could do like what you see here and have 20 of these already open, and then literally go into each and every one and tweak it to what I want, press this button here, which would highlight all of them, and send them live. It would be super fast. So anytime we can make our life easier when it comes to listing and, you know, just in general when it comes to listing on eBay, it is much better of a deal for us, because I think oftentimes we make things a whole lot harder than they have to be. So thank you guys for watching. The next video will probably be on how to create a shipping policy, or, you know, just business policies in general, which are very important. Once you create them and do the work on the front end, it makes everything else so much easier on the back end. So I thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.